Alright, it's French Friday number 18, I think, and I got tired of sitting in my apartment and wanted to come outside. I'm also going to have to get used to not having a computer with a dependable webcam on it here soon, so I figured, what better place to go than somewhere near the Eiffel Tower that's not too particularly crowded. I'm going to have to get used to people staring at me again here soon, but I don't really want to get stared at that much, and this jacket already invites too much attention as it is. So today, for French Friday, I thought I would talk to you about how everybody in Paris seems to be really attractive. I think there's like a base level that you have to be at least a 7 on a scale of 10 to live here, because everybody here is exactly that or higher, and I don't know how they let me in or why they let me in. You might think that this is actually kind of beneficial, especially if you're single. You might think, wow, everybody's good looking in Paris, I'm gonna move there. But the thing is that it's not always beneficial. Example being my pharmacist is like a scorching 9, and I have to tell her things that I don't want to tell any woman ever. Case in point is the time that I had to go in and tell her that I had the squirts, and I didn't know exactly how to say that in French. And so I essentially had to describe to her what was wrong with me, and I never wanted to have to, it was horrible. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure that when I lied on my application to live in Paris and I said that I was an 8, I'm really glad they didn't ask for photo ID, because I don't think I'd have been allowed to live here. A large group of Canadians just walked by and I totally lost my concentration, as well as a bunch of people yelling at the police. I don't even know what's going on anymore, but the point is of this whole thing that basically Paris is full of attractive people. People really do stare at you when you talk to yourself on the camera, though. That's not good. The difficulty is, if you're single and you want to meet people, is that the French aren't necessarily all that easy to meet. So you have to come up with a way to meet them, and trust me, throwing cheese at them is not, it's not going to work. The thing is, you'll see people that you would love to meet all the time, but there's no way to meet them because the French are fairly insular. So you have to find either French friends who will introduce you to French friends, which is kind of catch-22 getting into that loop, or you, I don't know, mug someone and then get their phone number that way. If they're walking a dog, try getting yourself tangled up in the dog's leash. That's, they have to talk to you then for at least a minute, and if you're laughing, they're not a litigious society though, so don't try suing them, because that will get you nowhere. I know how girls love a good suing. So while everyone is beautiful in Paris, it may be difficult to meet them. And if you do meet them, you might end up embarrassing yourself inherently in the conversation. So yeah, just be aware of that if you ever decide to move to France. I don't know how I ended up going mobile exactly in there. I think it was the Canadians that just distracted me into it. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this on location and now mobile French Friday. Join me again next week for another French Friday, probably one of the last. If you have any questions about France, living here, the French, whatever, you should probably get it to me sooner than later, because these are going to be over soon. But there will always be more adventures to come. So anyways, I'll see you on Monday, and again for French Friday next Friday. Oh yeah, and please do like and subscribe and, follow along. And people just stare at me like I'm totally crazy while I'm doing this. Am I crazy? I don't know. And the jacket does not.